Hi guys, Quinn here again, Application Engineer at Micrographics Durban, here for another quick plant tip. So this is actually not just in relation to plants, it's just plant makes this a bit easier. I've noticed that sometimes people are trying to move objects around using, well, when they're using an Xref, and what they'll normally do is they'll jump from one drawing, and then they'll copy from the one, and they'll jump to the other, and paste it in, when it's already an Xref, which because they're trying to move things between one drawing and another drawing. Now, if you've already got an Xref, there's actually an easy way to do it. It's just for some reason people maybe are not aware of it. So firstly, let me show you a quick trick that you can use here when using Xrefs in Plant 3D. Firstly, if you've got, let's say this drawing, I've got 3D002 open, and now what I want to do is make sure that I can then Xref the other drawing in. So what I'm going to do is, normally you'd go to your Insert tab, go Attach, select Attach, and then browse to whichever one you want. In this case, we're not going to worry about that. What we are going to do though, is you can go to right click on one of your drawings and say Xref into current DWG. Now what this does is it just skips that process. I'm going to select overlay instead of attachment, leave as default, and then I can import. Oops. I'm just going to set it to my origin point so that I've got a common origin point. Okay, so that was fairly straightforward. Just right clicking on one of the other drawings. It's busy. It's got stuff to do in the background. Well, while AutoCAD is busy there, let me explain a bit more. So now that I've taken this drawing in, so now we can use it as a normal Xref. Now, this is where it gets a little bit more tricky, because if I were to try and do this in normal plant, it can get a bit upset with me, but I can use this to my advantage as well. This normally is more helpful when you're exporting, if you're trying to take all of your bits and pieces of plant, which you've now Xref, because a lot of us, what we'll do is we'll have our steelwork on one Xref, maybe our equipment on another Xref, and our piping on a completely separate Xref, and then we have one common drawing that brings everything together. So in this case, what you could do is you could bind all of them together, and now when you're wanting to export in a normal AutoCAD file, maybe you're collaborating with somebody else and you're a bit worried about your design data or something of the sort, or you're trying to take it into Unity 3D or similar, what you could do then is bring it all in like this, Xref it all together, and then use the Xref command to bring up your Xref palette if you haven't already. You can right click on the Xrefs that you've brought in. It doesn't just have to be one, it could be multiple types, and then select the bind option. Once you've selected bind, you can say bind or insert. I'm just going to use bind. I'm going to go OK. You'll notice my Xref disappeared, and if I close my Xref menu, this now is actually part of my drawing. Properties, notice it's a block reference. Quite cool. So, you could also do is explode that if you wanted to, and that breaks it down into its subcomponents again. Just note that if you are doing this, it is going to dump all the intelligence from all the bits and pieces, well, most of it. That's to just make sure that it doesn't interfere with plant too much. Because remember, you can't have, everything has to be unique. Though, if you're just to use this to bring everything together and then do an AutoCAD out, export to AutoCAD, not AutoCAD out. I'm thinking of Navisworks here. So if you do an export to AutoCAD, now with everything attached, you can export everything in one go. Because remember, if you do this without, you're going to have attachments, meaning that when you're trying to send your AutoCAD model out, it's going to be missing items. So I hope that helps you guys a bit and makes workflows a little bit smoother. If you have any queries or anything, drop it in the comment section. We'll try and catch it for you. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Just bye.